Hey, what's up? Joe Blow here with a review for Hitman Absolution. I've only played 2 Hitman games before, the very first one and Hitman Blood Money, which were both really great, so I'm not a die-hard fan, but I'm still a fan of the series. The story gets back to what I remember of the first game. Bear with me, it's been a while. I think it's something like he wakes up in a room and he's tested on, he's got the barcode on his head, and he breaks out and kills people, something. I don't know, it's been more than a decade. Anyway, you've got to find this girl and try to protect her because she's been tested on. It's kind of basic, and you don't really care for the most part, or at least I didn't. Also, most of the characters are pretty decent, if not a little over the top, but some characters are straight up cartoons. It's ridiculous. Look at this guy, he's 12 feet tall. He's 12 feet tall. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. In the end, I don't really play Hitman games for the story, I play it to assassinate people. It was whatever. It didn't detract from the game because I never really went into it expecting this amazing story in the first place. Although that would be nice. So maybe next game, they could work on that, maybe.
Nice little narrative, beginning, middle, and end. Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends, yeah? Yeah, you got to... No, you deserve some time off.
Let's get down to the brass tacks. A lot of people seem to be really upset about the instinct factor. I didn't mind it so much. To me, it seemed more like an extra tool instead of a complete change in style of gameplay. They also have a purist mode where nothing shows up. No radar, no stats, nothing. Your screen is completely blank and it's just Agent 47 walking around. No instinct, and you gotta figure it out on your own. So those of you who really want to be the true Hitman, then you do that. I, however, am not that skilled at Hitman, so I played normal, used instinct, and it didn't really bother me that much. The only thing that was really obnoxious was the fact that one of the main ways instinct goes down is by covering your face in front of people, which is stupid. It kind of takes you out of the game. You're just walking by people covering your face, and for some reason after a while you can't do that anymore just because the game's like, oh, you're out of instinct. You could play the game on easy mode where the instinct regenerates, but the way I read it, it seemed like on easy mode you could walk up to somebody with a gun in your hand and they'd be like, oh hey, what's up, are you here for the party? So take that with a grain of salt. What's really great about this game, which I can't remember if it was like this in Blood Money or not, is that it allows for me to play it the way I played. Essentially, I like to play the game as if I'm the character, so if I get found out and someone shoots at me, I'll shoot back and I might get into a shootout and kill like 10 guys, but then move forward and the game doesn't penalize me, aside from the stupid-ass score that I'll get to in a second. But for the most part, you literally could just go into each mission and run and just kill everybody. The game doesn't overload you and go, no, you're supposed to play this way. This is how it's supposed to go. So you could be the best assassin or you could kind of be the mediocre assassin. I usually play the mediocre assassin. One of the more annoying things about this game is that it keeps score as you play. This is really annoying because the whole allure of the game is that you can knock people out or kill them or whatever, take their costume, walk around as that person. This score that they have at the top left gives you minus whatever points for doing that. I'm just walking up, I knock someone out, take their clothes, and it's like minus 5,000 points or whatever it is. It's stupid. It's just such a pain, and you can't turn it off unless you're in purist mode where nothing's on the screen. Also, some levels are massive with tons of different options, and some are literally walk into this room and open a door. It's a little ridiculous. I would see in the beginning, the average score for this level is 4,000 points. And I'm like, 4,000 points? What do you have to do? And then I walk in and they're like, walk in and open this door. And I was like, oh, okay, 4,000 points for opening a door. That was a waste. That could be a cutscene or just ignored completely.
I gotta say, I admire a man with the courage to sit where he eats.
You can pause the cutscenes in gameplay, but you can't pause the big fancy cutscenes that begin a mission. Technically, you could let your kids see you play this if you don't harm anyone and only change costumes and take care of your enemies from a distance. However, the moment you get caught, there are gun battles and lots of blood. There are also some unsavory cutscenes, so best to just avoid letting the little ones be witnesses. You can play this over a very long period of time. A, because it's designed for you to take your time and evaluate the situation, and B, because the story's pretty simple enough that you won't lose much if you put it down for a while and come back to it later. I'd suggest buying this game because aside from being able to take your time to accomplish your missions, it's also got a great replay value. Overall, the game is fun with a lot of variety in how you can carry out your missions. There's some good attention to detail, but visually it's a little rough around the edges. It's definitely worth your time though if you can look past a few minor annoyances.